Hey guys, it's Shadow here, and let's talk about the state of the gaming industry in 2022. Now, at the time I'm filming this, it is November the 21st of 2022, and there's hardly anything that I am excited for in gaming now. Like, Sonic Frontiers just released, and I've been hearing nothing but good things about it, but I have not yet gotten it myself. And Modern Warfare 2 / Warzone 2.0 / DMZ is doing alright, it seems. Battlefield 2042 seems to be getting better and better as the updates keep coming along, which is a big plus on my end. But there's really nothing new that I'm all that excited for that might not be just coming from Nintendo. And you know what? That is actually kind of sad. You know, during the 7th generation, we were excited for pretty much every new release that came out on the 360, PS3, and even the Wii. But now, releases are so stale, for the most part. The modern day gaming industry, to me, is just a joke. My retro collection, and I've said this in I said it in a reply to a tweet, I think, or it was a YouTube comment, one of the two. I personally feel like my entire gaming collection of the original Xbox, Xbox 360, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 4, Nintendo 64, GameCube, Wii, Sega Genesis, Sega Dreamcast, has more quality titles in it than pretty much any game on the market now. And it has more variety than any of the games on the market. Sure, I have sports games, I have adventure games, I have all sorts of games in my collection. I got racing games. But when pretty much every release that comes out of Sony seems to be the over the right shoulder, third-person game, story-driven game, with the same boring combat over and over and over again. And then Microsoft, I don't even know what's up with Microsoft anymore. I still like Microsoft. I still think they are a better company than Sony at this point, but that's besides the point. And then you got Nintendo, which is kind of stale at the moment. I mean, there's really nothing new coming out of Nintendo that isn't stuff from like the Nintendo Switch Online stuff. And you know, that's actually kind of sad. It really is. And I love and respect Nintendo. Nintendo was pretty much first game company I ever played games from. Like, seriously, I think Nintendo 64 was the first system I ever played. And I don't know, the gaming industry now, I have an Xbox Series X. And I don't have any games that are Xbox Series X compatible. I have nothing. The only thing I have is like Game Pass enabled Game Pass games and, you know, backwards compatible games. But that's about it. There's really nothing else. And don't even ask me to get a PlayStation 5 because you can't even get a PlayStation 5. And yet Sony's trying to increase the price on it. Good luck with that, Sony. Increasing the price on a system you can't even find. That is such a good anti-consumer joke. That alone keeps me from going to Sony ever again. But I have been having more fun with all of my retro games as of late than I have been having with any modern game, at least since Modern Warfare 2019 and Battlefield 2042. Those two games have, in terms of modern games, has pretty much done me pretty well in terms of this generation. I know Modern Warfare was technically last gen, but whatever, I was on PC, it didn't matter. But Insignia has launched, at least the beta has launched. So I'm playing original Xbox games online, and I am having a friggin' ball with it. I have been waiting for this ever since they announced Insignia. I can play my Dreamcast online. I mean, I can. There's still ways to play my old systems online, of course, but also I have so many good games. I could just look over at my shelf right now. I see Phantasy Star Online Episodes 1 and 2, Resident Evil 0, Star Wars Rogue Leader, Star Wars Rebel Strike, Sonic Gems Collection, friggin' Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure 1. You got Pac-Man World 2, Halo 2, 007 Nightfire, 007 Everything or Nothing, From Russia with Love, Crimson Skies, Mecha Soul, friggin' Knights of the Old Republic, Tony Hawk Underground, Star Wars Republic Commando, SSX Tricky, the older Call of Duty games, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, Blur, Burnout Paradise, Halo 3, friggin' Earth Defense Force 2017, Earth Defense Force Insect Armageddon, and Earth Defense Force 2025. I mean, Final Fantasy 12, Disgaea 1, Disgaea 2, Disgaea 3, Disgaea 4, Devil May Cry, Gran Turismo 3, Metal Gear Solid 2, Tales of Xillia, Persona 5, the original Persona 5, not Roll, Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Mortal Kombat frickin' 2, GoldenEye, WCW NWO Revenge, Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, 1080 Snowboarding, WWF WrestleMania 2000. I mean, come on, people. I just named so many good games from older generations. I mean, give me a break. I don't know how anybody can sit here and tell me that this modern generation is a good generation. There's just nothing to play. Oh, we had Demon's Souls on the PS5. Yeah, we had a remake of a game that came out on the PlayStation 3 that retailed for $70 on the PlayStation 5 when it was like, what, $50 when it came out on the PS3? Sure, the new God of War games are cool, but it's the same stupid third-person camera perspective as The Last of Us. Oh, speaking of The Last of Us Part 1. A lazy remake of the original Last of Us, not even playing off of Last of Us Remastered. And it has cut content, people. And yet you're gonna tell me that those games are better than what I have sitting on my shelf? Oh, I almost forgot. Castlevania Symphony of the Motherfrickin' Night. You've got Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII. You got Resident Evil 2. And those are all PlayStation 1 games. Just, my brain has so much trouble trying to figure out why in the world anybody would say that the modern generation is better than anything in the old days. Sure, technology has advanced, but maybe that's the problem. Technology has advanced too much. So, seriously, if you sit there and try to tell me that the new generation, the modern generation of gaming, is better than the old generation, don't make me laugh, because that is a good joke. There has always been more quality out of the older generation of games, and I know there's a lot of crap games out there. Lord, just watch Angry Video Game Nerd, you'll find out what 90% of them are. But through all of those bad games, there were more good games that came out of a lot more systems than bad. I mean, I don't understand it. We are not in the next golden age. There's a reason why people my age and older, 24 years and older, say that the older generation of games is better. Lord help. 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, heck, maybe even some 50-year-olds will tell you that the older generation of games is better. And I know the tired old argument is, oh, it's just the nostalgia talking. Maybe it is. Or maybe you didn't play the games the way they were meant to be played. Why do you think so many retro enthusiasts love, and I mean love, CRT TVs? Because that's what we grew up on. It is literally the best way to play your older generations of games, dating all the way back to the NES, all the way up and ending with the Dreamcast, or if you have like a Sony Trinitron that has component inputs in the back, you could use it with the PlayStation 2, with the Xbox, with the GameCube, and nobody would bat an eye because that was the way they were made to play on those televisions. Now, when the Xbox 360 and all came out, that's when plasma screen TVs came out, that's when flat screens came out, that's when LCD TVs came out, and now we've got OLED for the latest generation. And, I mean, trying to play older games on new TVs, while yes, we do have many methods of doing so, including but not limited to the OSSC or the open source scan converter or the RetroTink. And maybe even the M cable. I don't know. Combine that with it. I don't know. You got the GCHD for the GameCube. You've got like the Chimeric cable. Well, it's not really a cable. It's more of an adapter for the original Xbox. You have so many options to play on a modern TV when, to me and a lot of other people, playing on the old school televisions is the best way to go. And I understand that CRT TVs have been a dead thing for a long time, and there's a reason why they're so hard to find, because no normal person wants them. But seriously, if you ever get the chance to play any old school video games on a CRT, you better take advantage. It'll change your outlook on gaming. If you can get around the high-pitched whine of some of the consumer model TVs, then I mean, obviously you're good. But older games, to me, are superior to modern games. I still play modern games. I'm still interested in a few modern games. But the older games will always be king. Are we all on the same page? Probably not. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.